That might be long enough, we'll see. This thing's really handy because it rolls up so nice, kind of an automatic. You got 150 feet of hose, enough to do all the way around the coach. Now let's get the water wagon and wheel that out. You know, and one of the things that I'm going to do here is hook up my water flow meter. So now we will know how much water it takes to wash this coach. Let's see, I've got my ultra clear source filters. Now, I tested the hard water here, you know, the water coming out of the spigot. It's a 7. On a scale of 0 to 11, it's a 7. So it's right in the middle of the hard water scale, which is good. Coming out of the clear source, it's a 5. Coming out of the on the go, it's a 2. And of course, coming out of the Spotless, it's a 0. So, you know, I could go 5 to Spotless and it'll be 0, using up more of my filters. But you know what? If it's a 2 coming out of the on the go into the Spotless, it's got that less amount of water to filter and get those minerals out of there to make it spotless. And it only takes, you know, table salt to recharge these on the go. So it doesn't cost a lot of money to keep those things up. So I'm running from the spigot to the ultra, 7 to 5 to 2 at on the go, coming out 0 on the Spotless. And you know, it should save me these cartridges that cost 90 bucks on the Spotless system. And you know, I'll get a lot more life out of it. It's not just the money, it's just the less hassle. I'll get more life out of that Spotless cartridge system right here. Now while I'm at it, I'm going to take my sprayers, little containers, little handy dandy containers, and 2 of my plastic jerry cans. I'm going to fill them up with spot free. Well, I got everything hooked up. Might as well take advantage of it. And I can do that with this hose right here. So that kind of is a neat byproduct. I've got this double valve here, and that controls all that. So make sure all that's closed before I turn everything on. And then I'll have a good supply of spot free in the shop here without having to hook everything up. This is just regular water here. Another thing that I can do is fill up my sprayers with spot free. So when I'm, you know, hand spraying small areas of the coach, you know, even the front cap, I've got these filled up too, so I can use that. Top everything up while I got everything out. Spot free coming out of this. There's one. There's two. Working on the big third one. See, and I've already got a 5-gallon jerry can filled that's in the coach already. So I'll have a good 15 gallons of spot free. That'll be nice. You know, one of the things that I read, and I haven't seen yet, but in this clear source, you know, it's got that 0.5 micron filter. That's that first filter that really picks up any iron particles and big contaminants. And that's the one that clogs up. And if you see your flow not being as strong or, you know, restricted, it's meaning that those filters are just starting to clog up here and restricting water flow. So that's your signal that that's going to run out. They say you get 2,000 gallons. Call it 1,500. Let's call it that. But again, you know, you got a 7 on the meter. I don't know what parts per gallon that is. I'll have to look it up. But anyway, bottom line is the big numbers are important. 7 is right in the middle of being hard water. 5 is at the low end of hard water. That's coming out of the clear source. I got a 2 coming out of the on the go, and that's what's going into my freshwater holding tank. So I got soft water, but it still has the minerals. You can still drink it fine. It's healthy for you. And then of course what I got coming out of here. One of the things too about these jerry cans full of spot free, you take them with you and you got them to use to wash the coach or do whatever you need. But it's also a good backup if you run short of water and you got to throw them in your holding tank. It's not going to hurt anything. If anything, it'll make it nice. That's full. And in the end, same goes for your sprayers here. If you're that hard up for water, but I don't think I'll ever get to that point. Now I got my Griots Garage foamer here, but it also sprays water, and it's kind of handy to have spot-free water in this because you never know when you want to rinse something off, and it's really handy. You know, it just sprays out, spritzes out real good, and you can wash stuff off. But it also is a foamer, so you can put some, you know, foam detergent in here, and it'll foam up, you know, small areas, you know, maybe even a front cap. You know, you can do the front cap, your windshield and all that when you're at a site at the RV park. And then you just rinse it off with one of your sprayers here. I'll take that big bug sprayer with the big wand there and wash off the front end of my cap, you know, after I've taken a brush or a mop to it to get the bugs off of it. And then wash it off with spot free, you're done. You don't have to break everything out. So I think it works pretty cool. We're going to test it out soon, and I'll show you. I got water coming out of the spigot into the Clear Source Ultra, which is going then through the On The Go, which is then going through the Spotless. So I've got spot-free water going through the power washer. And now I've primed everything, gotten all the air out of it so it doesn't hurt your impeller and your pump in your power washer. And you're not going to get any hitches in the get-along when you get to actually spraying foam and rinsing this coach off. All right, now the last component here is our flow meter. So let's measure how many gallons of flow, how many gallons does it take to wash this coach? Be nice to know, don't you think? Don't have to do this every time, but At least it'll give you a good rule of thumb. Okay, hey, how much am I using here? Am I using 50 gallons? 25 gallons? I don't know. I have no idea. But I'm about ready to find out. I got a little prep to do here. I've got my foamer. It's a Griots, and I really like it, man. It's a Cadillac, and it's got a little weighted ball at the end of the hose here, so it's always at the bottom of the jug. So you're getting every ounce out of it. And if this looks familiar, you're right. It is. It's you know, your enzyme that you're using for your holding tank. Well, when that's gone, don't throw it away. I can use it because it measures out an ounce very precisely. And it takes, in an empty jug there, it takes 4 ounces and the rest water. So 4 of these in there on an empty jug and you're good to go. Let's fill this up. All right. Now I'm ready to foam. Let's turn the other side on and get water coming out and priming. And we'll be ready. All right, let's get some foam coming out of this thing. Get those bugs on top real good. Side mirrors. Widen it up a little bit. You know, it's funny too, when you use this foam, this coach has been ceramic coated, and these studs just kind of flip right off of it. Now I'm going to flip this coach around, so I'm not going to worry too much about that side because it's in the sun. Things will dry out too much over there. All right. All right, now I've foamed this coach real good. And let's get up on a ladder. Be careful. Let the tools do the work. All the way up top there. See, and it sat there for good 3 minutes. Gotta get that spoiler real good. The camera real good. Don't bang it too hard. All right, let's get off this ladder before we kill ourselves. And keep going. See what I mean? This is in the sun, so that soap's not going to dry all over the side of it here. Give me time to wash it and rinse it. Keep going here. This windshield real good. See, I love this brush because it's nice and soft. Doesn't scratch. I know a lot of guys don't like it, but man, this thing really rips. It's nice and soft on the paint. Smear real good. See how it's dried here? See those spots? Guess where I'm going to start the rinse? Right here. Keep on going here with this front cap. Just be gentle with it. See, and I love the cleaner. It's Jimbo's. He's a car detailer in Huntington Beach, and he's developed this soap that's got just the right pH balance for detailing. So it does a good job of cleaning, but it's not harsh. Done a lot of testing. I like it. I've been using it for the last couple of years. Well, I think it works pretty good. Now, once I get this done, we'll go ahead and rinse it. See, look how spot free that is. Nice and clean, nothing like nice and clean water. Love it. Get off this ladder before I bust my you-know-what. Rinse this side real good. All right, got that done. Now let's do the sides. One of the things I like to do is clean the tires, the rubber part. I don't want to spray any harsh wheel cleaner on the rubber, nor do I want to spray it on my chrome. So really don't need anything, just soap and water for the chrome, but the tire cleaner really works well, and so does the cap. Anyway, we'll go ahead and spray it on the tire, and I'll show you after it gets set and it cleans a little bit, I'll show you what ends up down in the bottom in the foam. You know, wheel cleaner, tire cleaner, you see them both, you know, hey, use them both. You know, you got metal, aluminum, rubber, it all cleans it all. Yeah, right. Completely different materials. I'd rather use purpose-built stuff for the rubber. Because who knows how harsh it is. You know, these tires are really expensive. 10 grand, 12 grand to replace them all on this coach. So, you know, I want them to last as long as possible. They're brand new. It's supposed to last 5 years. Hopefully, in 5 years, I'll be driving a new coach. You never know. I don't know how to improve this one. But I'm sure I'll come up with ideas, and there'll be some technology that we don't even know about. So let's get on this back cap here. You know, it just gets so nasty because of all the diesel soot. It gets the worst out of all of it. You know, this white back here, it looks good from a good 10 feet away. It's a good 10-footer, baby. But when you get up close to it, it's like, oh my gosh, nasty. Be gentle with that camera back there. You live and die by that thing. I do. I'm on that camera the whole trip, looking at my toad, looking when I'm clear, if I'm passing somebody, or if I'm getting past, whatever. I really live and die by that camera. It just gets that black soot all over everything, just sticks to everything. But hey, we're getting rid of it now. Make sure I rinse that. Get this side area good. You know, underneath these veins, it's all stuck. You got to get each side, even though you can't see it, it's there. All right, we're on the home stretch here. Let's get these tires real good, the foam. So we can rinse these. Now I've got those screens there, so I got to be kind of careful of those. I don't want to, you know, they're a little more delicate than just the paint on the aluminum. But don't you like how they really match the paint scheme? It kind of hides the window. You can still see through it, but you can't really see through it from the outside, so it's kind of cool. Just another layer of privacy, but you still get the sunlight coming in. You can see the ceramic coating on the side of this thing. That foam just doesn't want to stick to it. It kind of beads up even though it's big, thick foam, you know. Look how it beads up and it's running down the side. It's just slick as can be. As you can tell, I turned the motorhome around to get this side out of the sun so that the soap wouldn't stick to it. Even though, you know, it's about, I don't know, 50 degrees, 48 degrees. I still don't want the sun drying anything out, making spots in the cool side of this. You know, these suds will last forever, so it's perfect for washing today. It's great. Not hot at all. It's awesome. Sunny, beautiful. It's been cold and nasty, so perfect day for this. Yeah, I was real careful around that screen. I don't want to hit it too hard with the water. I want it to look brand new everywhere I go. You can see how nice those rims get with just soap and water. Really nice. All right, we're on the home stretch here. Get this last panel. You can see I kind of break them up into sections so I don't dry everything out. I want to be able to rinse it, so I want it to rinse clean. Then overlap a little bit too. You can see the runoff from the tire cleaner. It's all brown down there. That's like the mold release that comes from the sidewalls and all that when they make the tire. So all that nastiness is getting out of that tire. Here I'm cleaning around this awning. I don't particularly like awnings, but I'll tell you what, they sure do work. It takes the heat off the side of this aluminum shell. You know, aluminum gets hot when the sun hits it. So it really helps keep the shade on the side of the coach and the heat out of the coach. You can see how these windows are split up like this. I can open those windows from the inside and get a little more ventilation. It's nice. One of the things that, you know, that you fuel this thing over here, the fueling bay is right here, and when this lifts up, you got to duck under there and stick the fuel nozzle in there, and it looks pretty in there, but I'll tell you what, you have to be an acrobat to get in there, and it's kind of a hassle. Really looking forward to the new design that Newell's going to come out with one of these days for a better solution for refueling. Take care of the brushes here. Especially the tire brush, it gets all gunky. See the black stuff coming out. But man, these things do a great job. And the final rinse. Boy, that old Adams pressure washer sure does the job, doesn't it? Does a great job. You know, and it could be portable enough to take it with you, but I use the other one. It's smaller, and boy, it packs a punch. But we're done. Let's go ahead and put things away, and we'll back her in the warehouse and call it a day. It's a good way to start the year, January 1st, 2026. All right, and the verdict is 46 gallons. You know, and I rinsed it really good. That's as worse as it's gonna get, I think, when I wash it. But I wasn't too far off. I figured 50 gallons, so 46 it is. Hey, just on a side note, man, this engine turned out good. We washed it down. Turned out really good, nice and sanitary. Needs a little more detailing, but you know, for a quick 10-minute detail, looks pretty good. We're ready for action, Jackson, so have a good day. Hey everybody, I hope you enjoyed the wash video of the Newell here. As you can see, you know, it's a labor of love and it's a lot of work, but man, is it rewarding when you're done. This thing is gleaming, it's beautiful. Can't wait to take it out on the road again and get it dirty again. But yeah, it's the way to go. Thank you to Ray-Ban and Meta for making these cool glasses. We're able to film the whole thing using these things. So, you know, hey, shout out to the wave of the future. Anyway, you guys got the picture. Measure your water hardness before you start. Measure it through each filter device, the clear source, the on the go, and then the Spotless, and see where you end up. You know, we use 46 gallons, so, you know, should be able to get 6 washes out of those Spotless cartridges. I bet we get more because, you know, we're filtering our water so well. So it's like filtering soft water. So, you know, it's we're looking pretty good. I'll let you know, as time goes on, how long those cartridges really last. Let's hope they last a long time because they cost a lot of dough. So anyway, cheers. See ya.